Dimanga. Manga.
Yeah.
Twende na manga.
Welcome guys. Manze episode imeanza on the high. Nirudishe chini ama morai iko sawa?
Rudi chini kidogo akwa hivyo normally.
Welcome guys. Oh song. Unasema kwa jilde kwa hapa nani?
Normally.
Morai.
Stone.
Morai unasema?
Hiyo kisi ya kawaida.
Brought to you by CH Studios, creating content that connects.
What's the killer voice of vanity? Welcome guys. Manze, to another episode of Daddy and Mo. Show kali sana, show mpya. Leo tunarudi back to ile show yetu ya kufanya reviews, kusoma comments.
Yeah.
Na kuwasikiza kama fans, kuwapatia chance pia nyinyi participate.
Na kuwapenda.
Na kuwapenda kabisa na zaidi. Kamera yangu ni gani? Hii ama hii? Hii. Kuwapenda zaidi. Na leo baadaye tuko na behind the scenes huko nyuma kwa kamera. Tuko na kijana shupavu. Kijana ndo JV. Ndo mara yake kwanza kufanya show leo. Wapi makofi ya Devi?
Anasikia kwa nini natoa shati? Jeez.
Basta. Na chakula maandazi. Devi. Usijali, welcome manze. Tuko happy kukuona wewe hapa, tunasikia fiti sana.
Alafu najua nikwambie kitu kingine. Umesema tu David ni mgeni. Wengine wawili wanasema wanaambia familia zao wanafanya hii show.
Na tena wataja. So, pale kuna Emmanuel, wapi makofi ya Emmanuel? Emmanuel ndio hizi mandazi, maji anatusoti kila kitu na pia kwa pale kwa kamera pale nyuma.
Na kitu pima sana lately. Mandazi juzi alileta karibu.
Pale zingine hapa ziko za kokoto. Emmanuel wewe msofiga. Ni kitu kiwe.
Big up.
Nikidu kimna. Hata hizi malai Emmanuel uziset.
Yep.
Wala sio ufanya job yenye yani ni hard sana ku appreciate, but sisi tuko hapa tuna appreciate because these are dream, tuna move nao pamoja. Na wapi makofi ya YLC.
Listen, ana smiling sasa hivi tuko kwa crisis. Inakaa madharau shana mzana. Uko crisis na smile inakaa madharau.
Vitu zinachomeka.
I know, I'm like, why is smiling?
Our main director bana, yes ninakonga pale, but mimi na feeling too comfortable nikiona yes ni pale bila kamera. Zinajonga everything iko sorted, kila kitu flow. Na pia watu wengi jina kubwa huyu usimone. Si hata hivyo. Unajua watu wajejo huyu yes ni uko hype man. Unajua hivyo? Mbaya. Huyu ni Alebastine.
Yeah.
Anaitwa hype generali. Hype general.
Connection na za kasho.
Akona hidden talent bro. Ukipata naye kwa stage huko ni mtu different sana.
Big up.
Huko ni mtu different kule kwa stage. Msi hatari.
That's what's up.
So tuko excited manze, show of course this uko one of my best shows. Mimi napenda ile show tuna interact na wase. Tunapiga freestyle.
Yep.
Mafans pia wanafeel wako part. Mafans wameshinda kitisha wanataka live recording.
Yep.
So one day tutaifanya.
Yeah, by the way.
Tutaifanya one day tutaifanya live recording. But as of now, mtavumilia na hizi tunapatia chance nyinyi ku comment on our past guests. So mtapea another list of guests. Tumefulfill some of your guest list mlikuwa mmeitisha. Na pia najua mnaangalia hapa katikati.
Mnashindwa ni nini?
Mnaona kuna maua fulani. Ina glow hapa. Ina fry.
Hatumaanishi mandazi.
Hatumaanishi mandazi.
Nilikuwa nishafanya hivi. Alafu pata hata si mimi mandazi.
Kumbe ni mandazi na introduce.
Ashakuwa ready. Mimi nakumbuka kuna wakati tuliendanga MTV Mama Awards Nigeria. So kulikuwa na category inaitwa Group of the Year.
Yep.
So kwa hiyo Group of the Year kulikuwa na Kenyan group na kulikuwa na group ya Nigeria inaitwa P Square.
Yep.
Na Kenyan group inaitwa P Unit. So when the MC alienda kwa stage, alikuja akasema and the winner is P.
Wakasimama. Nimeona danger. Malizia tujirani ya nini?
Wakasimama wakaanza kwenda Square.
Ni mbaya.
Sasa ndio hii Square. Tunaongelea about mandazi. Na kuna mtu bana ashapiga maye, ashaamka ka P Unit.
Ndio hiyo moment ya kurudi kwa kiti na kuangalia.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
So here we are.
Yep.
As today by the talking about the biggest dream that you uko now and the main vision about this show. And as you are seeing tuko na mtu hapa katikati, mwenye ako hapa katikati, ako part of the dream that we are looking for and part of the dream that we are looking at, where we want to go and the vision that we are carrying. So as much as Mina Moraya tuko hapa, tunataka tuanze kuintroduce pia the younger people into the show. The Gen Z of this nation. Pia wa feel ni kama at the end of the day tuna include na tuna involve in this show. As much as behind the scene wote ni Gen Z. Emmanuel anaanza kumeficha miaka hapo kidogo lakini
hiyo magoti kaangi ya kawaida.
lakini tunasema pia huku mbele tulete Gen Z pia kiasi. So to kick us off. Tuko na kadema hapa kanaitwa Mukami. Wapi makofi ya Mukami? Mukami atakuwa our co-host. She's not our guest. She's a co-host.
Mtamuona
sana.
Isura mtaizoea.
Mzoe mapema.
Cheki wanaume wamefurahi. Cheki wanaume. Cheki wanaume wamefurahi.
Devi ame nice.
Hata comments ziko hivi.
Ndio yangu.
Devi jinsi mwanzaka na kuongeleza.
Unasimama mbona unaongea kama umekaa?
So as the show inaendelea, as our podcast inaendelea kugrow, first and foremost we want to thank all the fans manze. Yani nyinyi manze ndio mnafanya hii show ina grow to this level. And if you notice kuna vitu kadhaa tunazidi tukiongeza kwa hii show is because of you guys. So we've noticed most of the comments zenye si upata ni from the young people. So we want to ensure pia the young people will feel part of it. As much as they are watching the show, au ndo wengi wana watch the show, na kuna vitu maybe sisi na Moraya tuwezi kutamka vizuri vile inafaa. So you're looking for someone who will give them the exact language. Even in the Bible, it reached a moment where the children of Israel waliambia God, we want a king who walks like us, who dresses like us, who behaves like us. So that's the same thing. If you want to talk to the younger generation, we have to look for someone who dresses like them, who talks like them, who behaves like them. And that's why tuko na Mukami on the show. Mukami, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nimetupwa deep end.
Lazima hapo unajua sisi sisi hapa tuna mtaratara. Hapo unaingia ukiendanga.
Hatunanga plannings.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
Unaingia hivi dewan unaambiwa ingia set.
Ndio hiyo sasa.
So what do you think about the show?
I love the show. I feel like it's a very important thing you guys are doing. So makofi kwenu.
Unaona Mukami shajoka button.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like the podcast space in terms of Christian podcasts, I've always felt like there's a gap. So the kind of upbeat mood you guys are bringing in it's very comfortable. It's open to even more people who are not I don't want to use the wrong word. So wale watu wenye wako like a lot of people wanna feel welcome because the space is it's fun, it's upbeat, it's vile mnasema energy young. So I feel like mnaongelesha a bigger audience. So it's a good gap you guys are filling. So
Na tumekuleta hapo uongee Kizungu. Sasa kuja hapo uongee Kiswahili kama si sawa. Hapo ongea. Tumekuleta hapo uongee Kizungu. Zote lakini ushinde na Kizungu sana.
Usishine sana.
Ushinde na Kizungu sana. Sasa sina tubaki na Kiswahili.
Usisikize Owen. Tunavuleni tu hapa kama dawa.
So I'm happy to be here. To be part of this, this is a big dream.
So unataka wakuitange ama tukuitange Mukami?
Mukami tu iko sawa hivyo.
Mukami.
It's nice, eh? That's it. So do you think the young people, because most of the comments mi soma wase wanasema I remember I was very young, I remember that song. Ama unaona mtu anaweza swali unashindwa, this question sounds like something tumeshaisikia before. What do you feel about the young people? Do you feel like we connect with the whatever you're giving them? Because last week kulikuwa na very interesting thread on X whereby someone wrote a comment akasema, not even a caption akaandika akasema, a tweet akasema, mention to us a fact about Kenyan music that sounds fake but it's real. I discovered the younger people wamekuja hapo with so many facts. Of course like 90 something % zilikuwa fake, but hawa wanaongea ni kama you can tell they're really interested about knowing so much about the gospel the industry, the music industry in Kenya, but they lack the facts. Because either you'll find that most of history is not documented or archived well, so they go with what zilikuwa zimeandikwa kwa gazeti those days. Na most unapata stories zingine zilikuwa tu story fake. Unaelewa? Because kama sasa nikupigia story exactly what happened between Prezo kuchukua Chopa that day Chagua Latinis and the reality is very different. So do you feel like the younger people when issue when I watch out of entertainment out of history ama do you feel is so disconnected from the reality they know?
I feel like inafaa kukua balance. There should be a balance. Because hata ukisema wanauliza maswali ama hawajui vitu mingi about the industry from kitambo, it's not from a place of ignorance. It's from a place of vile umesema tu vitu zilikuwa kwa gazeti. And you know because it's a bit modern, information iko more accessible. So what you guys are doing, you go back in time and talk about the industry where it started, vile vitu mingi zili grow to where they are right now, but at the same time you balance with whatever is happening right now. So that when you're bringing in like young people to this space, they are also familiar with where are we coming from. Oh, nice. So it needs to be balanced.
Oh, nice.
So
do you feel like you have anything to ask us, to ask Sisi na Mariah about the show?
Yeah, definitely.
Apart from
apart from
mandazi maji.
Do you feel like there's anything you want to
nisiulize about mandazi?
Njugu. Tuko na kila kitu hapa.
Because you see, I love questions because for me questions make me feel like, because from me what I gathered from that thread is like these young people really want to know more about the industry.
Which area about the industry, if I may ask?
Una kama sasa hiyo nilipata, for example watu walikuwa na discuss wanaongea about ati ogopa ile antitrust na nani.
Yes.
Umegete RK alikuwa sijui anaitwa nani, unajua. And then the stories ziko hapo mingi ni fake, but you can tell wametoa somewhere na mwenye anaandika those days aliandika kitu yenye si right,
kitu wrong.
Umeelewa? So the story inaendelea because hata nilisoma mtu amesema ati ogopa ni Mganda. Lucas anatoka Uganda. I'm just like so, but I'm trying to correct. Unapata ni story wamesha believe since they were young. Inakuwa very hard. So nikasema at least tunafaa tukue in such a setup whereby we create such platforms
and clarify
to clarify such stories. Because wenyewe ukiona wakidiscuss wanaendelea wakidanganyana.
Nice.
Waki believe in the truth. But you see, you can't blame them because that's the only information they have.
That's true.
And you know how you receive a narrative? That's how you push the narrative.
You run with it. Do you think siku moja tunataka kufanya issue umesema hiyo story ya producers?
Imagine nimeongea na
watu wajui busy.
No, but then nimeongea na Teddy.
Teddy B.
Nimeongea na Teddy.
Anasema kuna watu wajui.
I like that. Nilikuwa nakuja.
Teddy amekubali na
kumuulize. Gospel producers do you know?
Oh my goodness. Okay, ama mfanye hivi. Taja kama namjua.
Tunasema ama ushamsikia.
Kan ushamsikia
Teddy B.
Teddy B namjua.
Teddy B of course.
Jackie B
of course.
Busy B.
Hapo sikoshwa.
Kulikuwa Kasika. Gideon Kimanzi.
RK. Unajua RK?
Kumsikia tu.
Okay.
Unajua hata hizi zingine ni ile yenye ngoma ikianza nasema Teddy B. So
as long as
this should be a show by itself. You're the
it's almost like at the same time hata ukisema Teddy B, Jackie B, unajua kuna mtu kama mimi najua jina junasikianga Teddy B kwa ngoma, but I can't put a face to the name.
Isuwa kikuja hapa Owen, mtu akwambia ngoma aliproduce utakuwa unasema wait.
No. But then nimeongea na Teddy. Na nimeongea na Teddy nikamwambia anakamama by the next show.
Tulete wase kama watatu.
No, nishaongea na Teddy, nataka niongee na Jackie, nataka niongee na BCB, nataka niongee na Dr. Eddie.
Nice.
Umeelewa? Tuongee nao wote wakama.
Ushisikia Dr. Eddie?
No. Iko sawa.
I like that.
That's the most important thing because that day when they'll come here, when they'll mention the song they've done, utapata unajua all the songs.
You
get it?
ulikuwa sema kitu.
Ni yeye anafaa kutuza maswali.
Alikuwa tuza maswali?
Alikuwa anataka kutuza maswali mimi
zile
tusikie.
Hata niko na list.
So thank you guys for watching the show.
Okay. Straight na vibe.
Kabisa, si tuko ready. Twende.
Yeah, but unajua now that na come into the space, na this is like very futuristic. Pia nijue like vision yenu, like where you're headed.
Okay.
Like so vitu kama why did you guys decide to start this podcast? Okay. At least nijue what your reasons are.
Okay. So me and Mariah, we've been very, very good friends for a very long time. Na in every industry unapatanga uko na mabeste wengi sana of course. Lakini unapata kwa industry uko tuna mabeste kama wawili watatu. Kwa sababu mimi najua kwa industry I'm so close with Mariah and Moji. But Mariah sana mwisho anaeka daily. So once unajipata unashina na msee for a very long time, of course there are so many things you share, you discuss, and you look, because basically 90% of our discussion is about the industry.
Yep.
Before tufike stories zingine, 90% about our discussion is about the industry. So one day tulika chini tukajiulizaje, industry venye vitu zinaenda, what do we think we can input gani tunaweza weka ku change the industry? Because around 2019 Moji came to me and he told me he was a bit frustrated. Unajua mtu is kwamba frustrated, but you can just hear from the conversation and realize this guy is frustrated. So he was a bit frustrated that the industry maybe is not responding to the way he expected, ama the way he expect from the effort that alikuwa ameput that year.
That year.
So at that time he was like he wants to start concerts naitwa Cheza Gospel. Nikamwambia Moji, yeah, that's good, because at the end of the day what I know about the gospel industry, I've been here for a very long time, and my experience imenifundisha vitu kadhaa. There are some things in this industry, no matter how much you wish ama you wait for them to happen, they won't happen unless and until we mwenyewe uchukue tu the nini and you decide
the initiative,
take the initiative and decide I want to do this. So Moji akaanza kujifanyia concert, because at that time the guys were churning out so many songs. Moji, Guardian, kwa sababu walikuwa wanafanya na kina DK, walikuwa wanatoa ngoma hizo
kutoa
Mahajawai and all those songs. They were doing those songs together, but now shows hazikuwa zinakam. There are no shows. So nikamwambia, if the shows don't exist, create the shows, because no one will come and save you. The industry will move on like nothing happened. Even for us, for the gospel industry to become big the way it was that time, is us who made it become big. No one came from outside to make it big. It's us from within. We used our own resources, which is so much available. The social capital that we hold, social capital ya Morana na social capital yangu, ni to another level. Ni priceless. So nikamwambia Moji, by the virtue you decided to do your own gigs, it's very important. Do them. So I've seen Moji doing those gigs for a very long time. But one thing I came to discover is, no matter how big the gigs became, no mainstream media was covering it. And at the same time, even the digital media was not covering it. So I was like, one day we had a meeting with Moji. Nikamwambia Moji, if you notice, no one is talking about your events or our events. No matter how big they are, no matter how, hata uweke bure ufanye nini, hata crowd ijai to what level, no one will talk about them. Nikamwambia, now the idea is this: for the whole ecosystem to work, because watu sema tu the gospel industry, they forget that for it to be an industry, it's an element of so many things coming together. It's not only songs.
Yep.
You get? It's not only DJing. So when people wanasema gospel will die, I want to about the music. But they forget that there are so many pillars that need to make that this slab isimame and ikuwe strong. And for the slab kuonekana ama building kwenda juu ionekane kila mtu anaiona, inamaanisha these pillars must be very strong and active. So those pillars ni things like media. And if you look at media right now, where the media is going, is more digital. And if it's more digital, we are talking about vitu kama podcast is one of them. So that's when we sat down in Morani kasema, now that no one is covering, I'm talking about our industry, why should we wait for someone else to come and talk about it?
Yeah.
Why don't we start it? Because other Christian medias that nimeona huku nje, they cover different things. They cover spiritualism, they cover, you understand, all these different kind of angles. But for us, we're like, why can't we create a platform whereby as much as we are spiritual, as much as is a gospel platform, we have entertainment at the same time.
Yep.
Because there are people who want to see entertainment,
Yeah,
whether they
yeah.
or not. No one wants to. Christianity that means that we're bored because that umeokoka.
Kuja na suti nini.
Hapana, inafaa ikuwe fun.
Yeah.
So that's why we started Daddy and More podcast. And that's the invention where we started. And our main aim is to revive the gospel industry as a whole.
Yeah.
And to revive it, if you ask me and Moriah, this is not like our thing. You get?
Yeah.
Our dream is to make sure that people like you now, when we pass on the baton to people like you, the mantle now, the honors is on you for you to make sure that now you take it to the next level.
Having the information.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because unajua mimi sema kitu moja.
Right information.
Right information, yes.
Mimi sema kitu moja. Sometimes you just need people who can do something for you to believe that it's doable. Because right now, even if I see someone else starting a podcast like ours, I'll be excited.
Yep.
Do you know why? I'll know someone amekaa chini akaona kama yakina Daddy Owen imewaka na DJ Mo imewaka. Inamaanisha there's a space for this.
Yes.
And that's a dream I want. I want to see other people starting such a thing. Because it's important. We must have so many avenues that can talk about the gospel in a fun way.
Yeah, yeah.
One way.
You get? So for us, it's more of we start it, and then the ripple effect, it grow, it will bigger, and then people like you continue this thing. We peleke to the next level. Whether you'll be here, whether you utachoka na sisi uende ufanye mahali pengine. Umeelewa? At the end of the day, I'll sit down and say, at least we gave someone hope that they can start something like this.
And it's possible.
Yes.
And it worked.
Umeelewa? So when you ask what is our vision, that's our vision. Because for young people like you, it must be believable. When us started the gospel, no one believed in us. We believed in ourselves. But eventually, the younger generation came, hata kina Moriah walipata kwa industry
Yeah, mshatengeneza.
walikuwa napata kama tushatengeneza because walijua pia hao wakiingia wakaona confidence kusema I'm a gospel DJ. Unajua mtu anasema ni DJ.
By the way, yeah.
Sasa walikuwa na confidence kusema I'm a gospel DJ because they believe even if I say I'm a gospel DJ, I have ikona honor na ikona badge.
Ni kweli, yeah.
You get? So we want the next generation that will come doing such media for them to believe that at the end of the day, the people started before us and they made it to be fun. Umeelewa?
Yeah.
There's something in psychology inaitwanga this Pygmalion effect. It's called Pygmalion. Google what is what is a Pygmalion effect?
Pygmalion effect.
Yes.
Hivyo tu Pygmalion.
Just PYGLA.
Okay.
PYGLA.
Pygmalion, a psychological phenomenon where high expectations from others lead to improved performance, and conversely, low expectations lead to decreased performance.
Yes. So this is what I mean.
Yeah.
You see, Pygmalion effect is whereby in class, if a teacher anakujanga anaambia mse fulani, you can do it. Research says they always perform.
Yep.
Yeah.
As a parent, ukishinda ukiambia watoto wako, ama hata research wanasema, if a kid alitoka in a background whereby they were always prompted and congratulated for the things they are doing, inamaanishanga they have higher chance of succeeding in life than wale kids walitoka boma walikuwa wanaambiwanga wewe ni mjinga. You understand? And then at the same time, it doesn't only work for kids. Even as watu wazima. If your friends are the friends who every time you post they like your post, they write something positive on your post, they see kama sasa mabezi yako wakwambia tumekuona kwa podcast na congratulate and all that, you'll always feel like then I have a higher chance.
You'll push yourself.
More.
Yeah.
And you'll succeed. Yeah. There's a higher chance that if your 5 friends believe in you, there's a higher chance you will succeed than if your friends never believe in you. So that's the same. That's what I want to create. I want us to create something called the Pygmalion effect in the industry. So that even the younger generation wajuange, this thing is possible and it's doable.
It's doable.
Umeelewa? And then mtu kawa tunakupiga tunakwambia unaweza. So pia una grow kijuanga I can do it.
Even put more effort now.
You understand? So that's the effect that we want to create. And that lazima itoke mbali. It's a vision that lazima tutoke now. To make iki tukachina mara for a very long time tukidiscuss. It's not something that tuliamka tu asubuhi.
Tunasema hapana, tunaenda postpone, tunapana.
Yes. Tukajiambia it's doable and let's do it. Hapo nikaambia kwanza mara alikuwa ananiambia hata tukipata 100 views on si tufanye.
Let's do it. You get? Because at the end of the day it's a conversation starter. We never know where this thing will morph and what it will morph and become. Na kenye imefanya so far we can tell you.
Hata sisi pale tuko.
How long has it been? Weeks.
Aki tunauliza hiyo swali mkiwa hapa. Episodes ngapi so far?
Tuko the 8th episode.
Yani miezi 2.
Na unajua bado hatujaanza kuguzia wale guests tunataka tuguzie vizuri. Unajua bado tukifanya zile ma introduction and everything.
Microphone testing.
Yes, but so far tuko on the right track. So our vision for someone like you on a personal level is for people like you to pick this thing and take it to the next level. And for if there's someone at home mayana dream kufanya such a podcast, please usiogope, anza. Sisi hatukwange wala tima gatekeepers. Sisi tunataka the more we see the younger generation, the more we see you guys doing Christian entertainment content. For us we'll appreciate. And yes, nataka tuko wengi because we must have so many channels. Before to the show tuko tuna discuss hapa na kina Elsie nawaambia imagine just this week ama last week Kesin Mbogo amefanya event pale Sitam Karen. Amekuwa na fans wengi kuliko Soulfest. But I can guarantee you'll not see it anywhere apart from her page. You'll not see it on mainstream media covering it and saying that it was a successful and big event, and you'll not see it even in the digital media that is not her page.
Because people have not created a space where we can discuss such
things. So tukiona hii na ingine then we talk about it. That's it.
But I try to imagine kama Kesin sahi ako mahali home anawatch show anasikia tunamcongratulate for her doing a great job with that event. Mbona asifanye nyingine? Atafanya nyingine. But when you see no one is talking about it, you always feel like so ilikuwa ya nini? So kwanza tupige Kesin makofi. She had a very successful event, and we want people like Christine, Evelyn Wanjiru, others continue doing such events, because such platforms, apart from just doing an event, you're creating a platform even for upcoming artists to go somewhere and perform. Because peer shows aziko. So we need to make sure that this event, this podcast, to create such platforms. And one of our biggest product out of this event, out of this podcast, is a gig that we'll discuss about later. Me and Mo are planning to do.
So stay tuned. Keep it live.
I want to answer your question.
Okay. Finya hiyo kitu.
Bonyeza bwana.
Clock.
The vision is very intact. Like I'm impressed. I'm even proud to be part of such a vision.
Nice.
So tuendelee na story ama niulize tu swali next?
Una swali next?
Una ingine next tukiendelea
kuna swali ingine?
Umejibu mingi,
Unaona
vile
amechukua mission na vision akaweka pamoja.
Na goals
kila kitu.
So maswali nilikuwa nazo
I just wanted it to be very clear so that even not only for you, even the guys who are watching, because we've never shared exactly why we started this show.
Okay.
We never shared why we started this podcast. So I wanted to be very clear. So even the guys who are watching at home, our fans anywhere, for them to understand why did we start this podcast. So as you're tunaleta guest on who guest mbona mmeleta. Every guest tunaleta is because kuna purpose, kuna goal, kuna reason why
we specifically do that.
Na tuna pick we don't just pick people from the road. We know why we call you to come on the show.
You're very intentional.
Very, very intentional. And that's very important.
Okay.
So as a young person, let me ask you.
Okay.
Because this is something that nimenotice ikiendelea sana kwa social media. And I read somewhere, I don't know if it's factual or it's just hearsay, but research was done that says that Gen Z
out of all generations are very serious about spiritualism or about God.
At this time especially.
Yes.
Nilisoma hiyo kitu by the way.
Hata mimi nilisoma sasa sijui kama ni factual ama ni zile tu watu wamecreate.
Ama ni
You understand?
You know even in Kenya before that tuifikirie sana. You know in Kenya ukiangalia from last year katikati pale, you can remember the events that we had. Including mpaka 31st, including mpaka you know. Hata siku ile kulikuwa na mgomo town. Unakumbuka? Kuna jenzi walikuwa na ile story ya love Jesus. Siko unaweza kumbuka.
Nakumbuka
there's something different na jenzi saa hii na stories za God. Yaani wamekuwa too deep. Tunatoka event Uhuru Park. These guys are singing all the way kwa stage. Have you seen something yenye si kawaida? You've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I think that's where you're coming from.
Mimi ukiniuliza, I don't know jenzi atatujibia, lakini mimi ukiniuliza from my own perspective, I feel like Gen Z right now is a generation that is very learned.
Yeah.
And apart from being learned, in the Bible, there's a place whereby we find a group of people called the Bereans. And the Bereans were known for their study. They used to listen to what Paul was preaching. And then the Bereans, after Paul has preached, they used to write everything down. And then they go back home to do more research of what Paul was saying, to compare. Was he just saying his own things? Or was he very strict with the scripture? They're called the Bereans. You want to Google the Bereans? Yeah, Google the Bereans. So that's how... so the Bereans...
You're near Davy.
Yeah. So the Bereans were very good at that. So I feel this generation, I can call it the Bereans generation. Because I feel it's really hard right now to lie to this generation.
Because they know.
They know.
They're landed.
You understand? Because you see, our fathers...
okay.
Inasema nini?
Okay. So ni wasome.
Soma. Hapa ni
So
freestyle.
nasema, the Bereans were a group of Jews and Gentile converts living in the city of Berea, which is now modern day Greece.
Yes.
During the 1st century AD, they were mentioned in Acts and are widely praised in the Bible for their noble, open-minded, and diligent approach to studying scripture.
Yes.
Open-minded.
Yes. So I believe this generation, they behave exactly like the Bereans. Because, you see, our fathers, when the missionaries came with the word of God, they came with the word, and they were the only ones who owned the Bible. So they used to open and say, Mark 11 says this and this and this and this.
And you have to believe.
Hauna option. And there's no way you can go even confirm whatever they're saying. So, and then there came another revolution. After that, another revival. Ya kina Bonke. What was your kina Bonke? Now kina Bonke.
Si huyo mwingine?
No, akina Bonke.
Bonke mtaani eti.
Naona Bonke. Ananga Bonke West ama ndonga nani? Ananga Bonke nani?
Bonke West.
Asio Bonke West. Ona Morai.
Bonke needs to work hard.
Si Bonke West. Huo Bonke utapata budake alikuwa anapenda God sana.
Apologies.
Una represent just be you.
Uko sawa. Hiyo ndio nataka. So Reinhard Bonke, there's evangelist alikuwa anaitwa Reinhard Bonke. Reinhard Bonke ndio wale walikuwa kwanza kuleta evangelical ministry in Kenya, whereby it was more about miracles. So you unasikia wale wako na wheelchair wakuje, you understand? And then to move from that generation to another generation, whereby tukaanza kupata watu kama kina Mwalili, wale sawa wanaanza kubelieve they can preach with more of teaching than just miracles. Of course kuna ile era ya prosperity ya ukieka mbegu. So tumepita hizo all those tumepita hizo generation zote.
Na si 320. Na si 330.
310.
Mimi sasa 310. Bora si 320 na 30.
Mimi speaker. Google JBS speaker. Party box 310. Hiyo ndio ongea bora. Hiyo ndio ongea bora. 240.
Okay.
So tukapita generation ya sasa ya wale mapasta wana preach about prosperity. I feel
if you ask me, this is just my opinion, I might be wrong, but I feel this is the last time, I'm at the last phase of such pastors. Moving forward, I don't think itakuwa so easy for you to preach about those prosperity stuff. Itakuwa more of people are very diligent about understanding the word in their spiritual aspect, but deep down they know they can work hard and become.
Yep. They're exposed.
Yes, because kuna generation ilikuwa kwa kile tunasemanga kokoko ni abataka, yani wokovu ni watu maskini. Kuna senye nasemanga hivyo wakikuya. Because in real sense ilikuwa mahali there are some people who didn't want to work, believing that they'll just go and pray
and things will happen
and their life will change. So I don't think Gen Z, this is my opinion, I might be wrong, but I don't think Gen Z look at spiritualism in that angle. I think their angle of spiritualism is more of based on research they've done and a decision they've made, not a decision that someone made because out of fear. Kuna wakristo wengi waliokoka because of fear ya kwenda hell.
Ni kweli
So they don't even live a full life.
Na wengine utafukuzwa kwenu.
Wengine utafukuzwa kwenu. Wengine ndio unataka tu feel part of the society. You just want to look like wewe ni muizi, lakini ukisema umeokoka, watu wanaona kama wewe ni mtu uko poa. So that's what we're talking about. I don't know now, you from your perspective as a Gen Z, why do you think, if that research is factual, why do you think they say Gen Z is one of those generations that is very spiritual, or they're searching God more?
Gen Z loves Jesus.
They love Jesus more than the other generation.
Okay. I'm not sure about the research. I'm not sure how true it is.
How factual it is.
How factual it is. I might have to do my own research later. But when you say spiritual, I'm not sure if you mean, there's a difference between spiritual and religious.
Of course.
That's what I'm thinking, because lately utasikia conversations like, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. I would say the younger generations, not just Gen Z, maybe younger millennials, maybe they're more focused on creating a relationship with, they believe like there's a higher power, they believe in Jesus, they believe in God, they pray, they read the Bible, but they're not inclined towards organized religion like church. Unapata mtu anasema mi na avoid church cause there's a lot of things going on in certain not all churches, of course. There are churches that create a safe space for people, but also there are other churches that they never create a safe space for someone to exist as they are. There's fear of judgment, there's fear of condemnation. So you'll find there more. I think that's why people say they're more spiritual. You find someone says, I read the Bible and I journal my feelings and I pray, but ukimuuliza, so church yako ni gani? Hana church.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if maybe one of you knows why, kama kuna a difference between churches and religion kitambo, na saa hii yenye imefanya our younger people to prefer to be spiritual and not religious. I'm not sure if there's a reason for that. Ama there is something that happened up in between that that caused the shift, because there's definitely a shift. If you talk to an older person what church was and what religion was, so it's totally different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Owen, hii time venye tumefika ni tuseme ni digital era saa hii. This one person who akona simu, akona internet, ako exposed, anafanya research. On the other side, not like us millennials, wao wakona freedom. Freedom means time yetu unajua kwenda church ilikuwa hauna option. Kwanza tukigrow unaoshwa na unapelekwa church, as in it was a must.
You want to go order.
Unaona sahi na nini?
By order by town clerk.
Hii ni order hii nyumba, ukitoka huku uta decide kwenye kile utafanya. So I feel for now wako exposed, wako na hiyo freedom. Ukinotice majenzi wengi wazazi wao ni more of millennials. Hawajatoka hiyo gap sana. So wamepatia wao tu hii the freedom that wao maybe wangetaka kuwa nayo when they used to be Gen Z then. Umeshika? So that's why wakona hiyo freedom ya kufanya research na kusema okay, I know upasi Kenya nilisikia na nikaona alifanya, I don't feel like going to church, but what I know, I believe in this God. I believe in God, but now the structural kanisa, they have that option of no, I won't go. But kuna church kinotice hata saa hii tuko na mapasa saa hii wenye tuko nao church zao ndio wamezikanika za Gen Z. Ukienda crowd, ukienda events, the themes, all these things kama za Gen Z, they're actually targeting these guys. Na ukiangalia hizo church as toi wana feel wako at home. so
like
with that
it's
freedom
almost like a safe space.
they feel kuna hiyo safe space. So I think I don't know, me hata mimi niko confused, but one thing is that they believe in God. Wako very very spiritual. Your religion tukienda so religion tunasema ni ile tuko na PCA, kulikuwa na mtaratara fulani, kuna walikuwa na believe hii if you don't do this and this and this. But the fact that hii digital era tuko hivi na wako exposed and they have freedom, that's why they tend to do things differently. Because unajua kitu kama kupenda God hiyo si kitu unaweza forsiwa uwekewe kwa kijiko vile tulikuwa napewa dawa. Out of research, out of knowing God, out of what they feel about the whole thing, wanna decide. But pali wanna feel wako let down is when you come to physical things, like you can't force me to go to church if I don't want. You can't force me to do 1 2 3 4. But the God I know, out of research na hiyo whatever zote, that's what I feel from my end.
Oh, no wonder unasema I left the church but I didn't leave God.
That's hapo ndio hiyo. They know God, but the spiritual kushinda watu wengi wanaenda hiyo church physically. Niwezi bisha.
But unajua nimeona hiyo statement, I left church but not God. It's very controversial.
No, I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean.
Nimeona a lot of
I know what you mean. But at the end of the day, if you take it in just the way you read it before over-analyzing before over-analyzing it, you'll understand where it stems from. And it stems from so many, and this is a discussion to have na mara lakini tujaingia deeper in it. Do you believe, I want you guys to nimekazwa nataka kwenda kwa Nick kidogo lakini acha no this
one. Simuleta mgebe hapa. Kwanza nimeona nimeona tunauzwa. Vitu tunauzwa. Unanunua tule tunikebe alafu kidrive unafungilia ukidrive kwa una long distance. Tumeingia Kenya by the way. Unajua place kama state. Ndakufikiria so Owen, shika.
Ngoja kwanza. Hapana, sikia. So this is the question. No.
Time out.
Enda washroom.
Now, do you believe that, because in to hear you discuss, and I think one day we need to do like a round table to it, because I think in the discussion iko na wase wengi concerning the statement that tumetoka kudiscuss hii about time iko sawa.
Tuko 43 minutes.
Okay. Concerning the statement tumetoka kusema sahi about I left the church but I didn't leave God.
Yeah.
You can tell most of them they speak from a place of heart.
Yep. Frustration.
Do you believe the church in a way frustrates so many Christians? I'm frustrated some Christians. And do you believe the church has hurt people? Or at the same time, on the flip side, do you believe sometimes people expect too much from mortal human beings like pastors and the church, and then when they get there they discover, because you are sold that these guys are like mini gods, and then when you reach there you discover they're just human beings, mortal human beings like
just
us.
Like, yep.
So you end up being frustrated because you discover they're just going through the same trauma you went through, and they're passing on the same trauma to you because they are just mortal human beings like you. So the question is, do you believe the church hurts people? It has hurt people?
To me,
ukiendeleanga
to me, so unajua utakafollow
sai tu
but to me on a serious note, to me I believe church may hurt wase. At the same time I also believe wase pia wamepatia church your power mingi sana, forgetting that even the pastors and the people who wako kwa church, let's talk about pastors, bishops, they are normal human beings kama sisi. So you forget like there is the God that you go to pray, and then there is a pastor mwenye ako hapo chini mwenye maybe anakulead as a leader of whatever to your salvation. So church imehatwa wengi because you see if you check even the stories online utasikia msee nilikuwa hivi ama nikaenda nilikuwa na shida fulani bala nisikizwe, the church was never there for me. Ama unakuta zile vitu za kitambo nilikuwa msichana, let's talk about msichana alipata ball. They are human beings like any other person as a ball maybe willingly or unwillingly akatolewa church, so they feel like church didn't let down, they never listened to me, they never accept even after alifanya blunder, because we all sin. So I think in a way unakutanga wasi feeling hiyo kitu depending on who is talking about being let down, unafeel maybe kuna kitu alifanya aliexpect ama alikuwa na expectation mingi sana kwa church and things never happened to them. So I feel in that way church wasi feeling church imewa let down. On the flip side na feeling pia wasi venye nikasema wamepatia wasi power mingi sana like pastor can't solve all your problems, because if you sit down with these guys you'll understand they have families, they have problems like you, maybe you're even driving a bigger car than your pastor, you know, all those things. So when you give umechukua power yako yote ukapatia wasi, so then asipokusaidia vitu zako na feel pia church imekulet down. So I think it's a win-win Owen from both sides, ama ni 50-50. As a church utafeel church pia congregants wao wanailet down. On the other side wase wa church pia wana feeling church more let down. So it's a win-win situation ama it's a lose-lose situation for me.
Okay.
Gen Z?
How would someone say that?
But then unajua mimi si Gen Z.
Umenzisene kinoni.
Mimi kuna kitu inaitwa zillennials. Si wenye tuko stuck between Gen Z na millennials. Wanaitwaje? Hapo tu katikati mahali.
Hiyo ni
but una relate na wote.
I think so. See,
you're closer to them than us.
Probably.
Of course, yes.
Probably. Okay, so me I think
Devi amechoka?
ulichomoka hivi akachomoka.
Amejamezile kidogo hapa.
Ushani na yoni. Una yoni best yako na yoni.
Ndio.
So
Zillennial.
So tuseme in terms of the church hurting people, hata siko sure if hurt is the right word because it's more of maybe letting down. Let down. Vile tu umepeana example, maybe I did something wrong ama maybe I got a child out of wedlock, sindio? And then kanisa yetu ikasema we're not going to accept you in our church,
especially kama ulikuwa kwa ministry ama ulikuwa unaimba mbele. Utaambiwa you're bringing shame to our church or whatever. So now moving forward your faith is not as intact. You're saying that if this is the space that's supposed to accept me as I am and maybe lead me, advise me, help me, support me, now amenifukuza, moving forward or even later in life, you're not able to accept church anymore. I'll still believe in my God, but you as an institution, you feel like it's not going to work for you anymore because the people let you down. But also in terms of when you say pastors are also human beings, I agree. Like you have your issues, we are going through something. We are flawed as humans, we're not perfect. But at the same time, you see when someone says where much is given, much is expected. So if you're the leader, if you're leading a group, like you're the pastor or a certain church, a lot is expected from you compared to a normal congregant. So there are certain expectations that are put onto you that mtu wa kawaida akifanya makosa fulani, it won't be as strict as if him did the same. Ama for example, if I come to church and I have a problem and I share the problem, more is expected from maybe the senior pastor or from the leaders than is expected of the person seated next to me. So at the same time, they have a bigger responsibility to people or to the congregation. So in as much as they're going through something, they're flawed human beings, a lot is expected from them. They also need to understand. They need to understand the weight. People, the weight of the title they have. I think you have to. Mimi niko na shida school fees ya watoto wangu na pastor wangu ako na shida school fees ya watoto wangu at the same time. So pasia na understand. Sasa tuseme school fees na kustress na pasi school fees na stress. Na nimeenda kumwambia hiyo issue. Hata si lazima ukume mwambia. Sasa yeye aseme leo kwa church nimekuwa rude ama leo kwa church nimebehave a certain way juu niko na stress ya school fees, vile wewe pia uko na stress ya school fees. The fact remains that anafaa aweze ajue vile ata maintain when he's leading the flock,
maintain
he needs to be above he's a burden too. He has to take burden for what work
to separate it, it's almost like an office.
Yep.
Sometimes because now you have to separate almost your personal life from your professional life. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nice.
Hii topic tunahitaji tuifanyie siku yake by the way.
Because tunafaa tuite the young people, inafaa tuite pia the people who tumeshaona wakiongea about wanasema ni kama Churchill wa heart, unaelewa, tusikie discussion yao, and then pia tuilete a pastor who is sober, mwenye anaweza kuwa unaelewa
ama wawili ama watatu,
inafaa kutoka a panel, a very big discussion because ni topic nimeona ikidiscusswa sana online sana, yani unasikia huyu anasema sijui, and if you listen to both of them you discover either they're not sharing everything, but chenye ameshare at that moment, of course it a rage bait.
Yep.
Umeelewa? But if you go deeper you discover there are so many things. Hata mimi napenda example yangu because mimi niko na example very personal. But mimi later because and see yangu mtu anasema maybe naongea out of niko from a place of privilege. And privilege yangu inakuwa more of because nimeshikwa kwa salvation for a very long time. Because you see, for me, there was a time I had issue with my family. Something happened in my family, in my personal life. And then at that time, nilikuwa MC wa church yetu, na mimi nilikuwa coordinator wa program ya every Sunday. So by the time the incident, by the time everything happened, mimi mwenyewe tu nili step down. You get? Rather than kuweka the church in an awkward position for them to come and tell you.
Step down.
Umenielewa? Mimi mwenyewe ni step down. But unajua mtu mwingine angesema church imeni kick out because of, now unajua ni step down because niliangalia so many issues. Niliangalia the values of and the principles. You need to be at this level of your status in life and everything. Nikona I fall short of it. Umenielewa? So mwenyewe nika step down without being told by anyone. Na pia nikaacha kwenda hiyo church for a while. Kiasi tu, not because of anything, but just because of pia utaka kwa kama the center of attraction for everything that is happening.
You took it upon you kufeel.
Yes. Umenielewa?
So kuchukua mzigo ukaekelea pastor
ama church.
Umenielewa? It was easier for you. It was easier way.
It's almost like taking accountability.
Accountability. Because najua bado ningeenda mwenyewe hapo mbele, hata ningeleta some more drama.
Ni kweli. Na ulikuwa na right. Unaendanga huko.
Umeelewa? Yeah, so these are the kind of discussions that I think tutakuwa nazo more and more about the same thing. Another thing nimeona ikitrend jana video fulani about a young person. Na nimeona hizo video kadhaa. Kuna moja nimeona ilikuwa side za Nyanza like a few months ago. And then jana nimeona moja, I think I don't know exactly in a medical location, but I could tell it's just from maybe somewhere in Western. And on this video kulikuwa this young man who was ranting na alikuwa anaongea.
It was a burial.
Alikuwa anaongea ni kama anasomea budake mbele ya wasee.
Mamake alipass.
Mamake amepass.
So anasomea babake kwa hiyo burial.
Okay. Alafu anasema ni kama anasema budake alimtesa. We don't know the whole story, but just from the video you can tell the guy ni kama anasomea budake mbele ya wasee.
Yeah. I saw it.
In conclusion, that's what you can say. We don't know because maybe it's only deeper than what we hear.
Yep.
Yeah.
But just from the clip you can tell the young man ni kama anasomea babake from mbele ya wasee. So it begs the question, do you guys believe that a parent's curse exists?
In relation to disrespect like that in front of people.
Any other randomly.
Even in general.
Sema kama hiyo siku sasa babake angejam jioni ene mkasi. Ambia no longer my child whatever nini. So do you believe?
Na cursing lazima ikuwe ni
what is cursing?
But then unakuza. Cursing lazima ni huyu mtu aseme nimekukasi ama inaweza tokea tu from
cause hata nooks watu was confused na curse.
Nini yo?
Nooks ni unaweza kwa tuko na nooks normally lakini unasemanga wewe kenye unafanya babako
ama vitu zinaanza kuhappen unashangaa ni nini maswara kumbe it's after whatever happened.
Yes.
Maybe there's okay, Sinyi mjibu alafu mimi najibu.
Unajua sasa question umetujibu. Unajua first niliona hiyo story jana na by the ime confuse was the same when si tuko confused because you see there are people who are like ilikuwa interesting sana cause kuna mademo walikuwa nasema cause sio ladies pia wata support ladies wasikia hapana alimtesa sana kile kitu inakuwa kwa giza itakuja kutokea another person anasema you should not correct your dad especially in front of people you have no right wengine wanasema we don't know what happened behind the scene maybe you didn't know kwa nini vita ilikuwa it's like a story yenye so tukisema story ya Cass I believe kama inashikanga message I don't believe na story I don't me personally venye me I don't believe na urogi you know story funny enough mimi siamini unaweza enda Ukambani upeleke chicken 5 za black mpaka macho na nini alafu mimi niroge I don't believe in that sorry I don't know maybe because sijatokea huko so wife yangu funny enough so unajua kwao kwa familia wao nini zao walitoka kwa hizo vitu so yeye anaionanga so si bishana so casting pia is the same me I don't believe it that much because na believing as long as I God tunajua na God wangu and I know what I pray and he knows what and he knows me and that we communicate kasi yako inaweza kosa kunishika just because you and so it's like a thin line yenye hiyo thiki inakuanga ni kitu personal sana do you believe inaweza kushika do you believe but in a nutshell we know what the Bible talks about between us na parents you know respect what we know that kind of narrative so as long as I do that I'm fine so maybe this guy did out of frustration but again was he right ukienda kwa Bible unaweza kutapia mimi kuna mahali alienda kombo so it's a whole story tunaweza piga hapa mpaka kesho 10:30 asubuhi
true because in terms of unasema in the Bible mambo ya respect your parents I feel like it's not even just about respecting your parents sometimes juu ilikuwa in a burial setting na kuna wageni kuna strangers there are other family members sometimes you're not supposed to wanasemanga don't air your dirty linen outside in public kuna vitu zingine as a family you're supposed to solve them like as a family indoors privately without like maybe hata hakuwa amecreatiwa maybe there was they didn't create a space for him to air it privately ndio maana aka decide to outburst in public so like we don't know like he said like we don't know both sides of the story there's definitely a lot maybe behind the scenes
wengine niona akisema ajao akioa tuta discuss
to be very honest mimi naongelea about different levels
of what of the nini na Cass ulikuwa unamaanisha Cass as in
ile mzazi anakukas
literal Cass like you've been cast
ama Cass word
hiyo ni kali
ama nilikuwa namaanisha because pia unajua Cass maybe kuna different levels inaweza kuwa pia in terms of like psychologically speaking like maybe
mzazi kwambia you never amount to something
or even psychologically speaking the fact that this guy alisema hivi mbele ya watu and it's trending and there's a lot of opinions about it maybe down the line maybe the next couple of days mentally is not okay maybe down the line he's going to regret it maybe it's going to cause him some trauma so maybe that can also be termed as a curse because the mental toll is going to take on him
it's a curse by itself
it's almost like a curse by itself and I think maybe in that sense I would believe in that sense but just like you've said
do you believe in curses
not necessarily
okay.
Just like you said so I wouldn't believe in curses in that deep level but maybe in a psychological kind of
jamaa uluyani atuambie let's start from do you believe in curses
kwa mambo ni mogo
sasa kwanza huyu anaweza kuambia vitu mpaka umjoin
so as I speak first and foremost ebu google to ena tu ChatGPT ama google to verses zinaongea about curses parental curses sema curses kuna curses za God kuna curses za nini
it's called different
lakini angalia tu kama parents curses so before hata tuendelee first and foremost as a man I think I've seen things that my dad warned me about before they happened and as I grow older I see them happening
in 3D
so in short
is just to confirm that there are things you might be young, you not realize, but as you grow older, you discover exactly they exist. That's number one. Number two, I believe, for me, as a Christian, I believe life is more spiritual than physical. So the things that we see happening right now physically, for me, I believe there's another parallel world where they've already happened spiritually. That's deeper than to discuss kwingine. And I believe in the law of opposites.
What do you mean?
As long as kuna black, kuna white. As long as kuna left, kuna right. As long as kuna wrong, kuna right. So sometimes I find we as Christians, and I've seen that thing so many times, most of us saying that thing. Most of us believe there are miracles, but we don't believe kuna uchawi. Unajua, let me tell you something. There must be opposite of everything. The same way sisi as Christians tuko na power ya kuperform miracles. The same way people believe in gizani wako na power ya kuperform what they call their own kind of miracles. That's why it's so easy to see a magician doing something and you tend to unashinda ameifanyaje, but ataifanya. It's so easy wewe uichukulie kama entertainment than asking yourself, how is he doing it?
Kifunga macho.
Bro, kuna mtu anafanya kitu ushindwe, amefanyaje? So instead of us looking at it in that level, in that spiritual level, sisi uiangalia kama entertainment. That's number one. Number two, bro, whether we like it or not, all of us in this world, we are serving a master.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you can't serve
Definitely.
two.
Whether you like it or not. Another I tell whether you like it or not, unaweza argue, debate about it, but you don't know. You're just maybe a puppet. You know, a marionette. There's someone who's controlling everything that's happening in your spiritual life behind the scenes. So, eto ukienda ukambani, hizo uchawi, hizo vitu, trust me, zina happen. Bro, kuna watu wenye, unajuanga tu umse as a praying. Lakini vitu zake zinaendanga tu, bro.
Zina flow na
Bro, tusidanganyane.
Utaimwona kisafa.
Na mse apray. Mse umwoninga ati anafast na nini. Lakini mse kuna mali analipio 10%.
Wewacha.
I'm telling you the truth. You see, vile nimekwambia, life is very spiritual than physical. Whether you like it or not, hata yeye pale yuko utapata anaserve master unknowingly. Umeelewa? Because serving is by actions. And that's like sometimes Mkristo akisema anaenda kupray anasema there are some sins I'm praying for the sins that I know
unknowingly.
Umeelewa? Because there are things you might do spiritually wewe unaifanya na hujui kwa nini unaifanya. There's a preacher in the US alikuwa anaitwa John Hagee. John Hagee alikuwa anasema
Mjua.
John Hagee alikuwa anasema by time alimari wife yake, every time John Hagee alikuwa anakuja home na maini. Alikuwa na maini anakuja na home. Akileta maini, the first thing the wife does ni kuchukua, sijui kizungu inaitwaje ama kwa Kiswahili najua Kiluya. Ni kama anaitoa ngozi. Hiyo maini. Ni kama anatoa hii ipati ya juu.
Ana skin.
Ni kama ana skin. Unaelewa? So John Hagee anashanga, mbona wife yake ufanya hivyo? Na hii maini inakaa tu fresh na inakaa poa. So wife yake alikuwa anafanya hivyo every time. So one day John Hagee, mother-in-law, so mother wife yake akuja kumtembelea. So John Hagee akasema, but there's something I really want to ask you. Every time nikileta maini hapa home, your daughter anashinanga kwa kile ndo kwa bata. Anabata. Anabata hii maini. Sasa anamuuliza, kwa nini anashinanga kifanya hivyo hii maini? So ndo madhaka akamwambia, I think when she was young, he used to see me doing that.
Doing the same.
Because for us, those days, we didn't have freezers and fridge. So we used to smoke nyama tunaacha
As a way of
smoke
preservation.
as a way of preservation na tulikuwa tunaweka a lot of salt to preserve it. So if you want to cook it lazima utoe hiyo part juu because imejaa smoke na imejaa salt
Baki na ndani.
but now nyinyi pale mko sahi mko na fridge mko na nini, you don't need to do all that. So coming to my point is that there are some things people do out of tradition because they saw other people doing and they never asked why. So your actions can be a ritual that you found in this world happening and you don't know why.
You joined.
No, wewe ulijoin bila kujua what's the reason behind it. Ni kama sasa hivi wanasemanga story ya Easter eggs. Si Christian thing. But kuna watu wana believe the Easter egg more than the reason why Easter happens. Kuna wana believe Santa than exactly why Christ
was,
you get.
Yeah.
So those are the things I'm talking about. There are some traditions that all of us we adapted without knowing that they are more spiritual than what meets the eye. So whether you like it or not, I believe curses do exist. That's number one. And I believe black magic
does exist.
Uchawi, all those rituals, I believe they exist.
I think you also believe they exist. Ni kutushika. Tukisema kutushika.
Anyi mmesema
Ziko. Kasi ziko. You see, nikasema. Nilisema I don't believe mtu atapeleka kuku. Of course najua atapeleka. Kupeleka huwezi kataza mtu. But getting to me I don't believe it can.
Moraya, I can tell you for free.
Ama pia it also depends with how you're raised. Maybe Moraya vile alireziwa hakuwahi funza mambo ya curses ama uchawi. He was never exposed to those that kind of kwenye ametoka. Alafu kwenu it's almost a normal thing. Like people talk about it openly. So vile ume grow up even you're very familiar with
yes.
with
because things. I've seen it.
That's it's the same thing.
Na utapata hata venye nakuja na kuhapenia you'll not notice imekuhapenia because hairudi venye wao unafikiria ni kama zile ati lepers walipigwa na leprosy immediately.
Kazi ile tunaona kwa Nigeria movie.
Sio hivyo.
Nikuta kwa chupa.
Hapana, sio hivyo.
Niko ndani ya chupa.
Ama umekuwa paka.
Ama niko paka.
Ni vitu zinakuwa tu zina happen in your life. Utapata in your life you're just stagnant somewhere for like 5 years. There's no progress in your life. Kabisa.
Ama things just keep going wrong.
Yes. You understand? And then if you sit down one day and then you just tell yourself, hey, let me Kataloni ko pray. You pray and then if unapata kuna breakthrough may happen and you never understand. So all these things they are just more spiritual. Kwanza wewe mora bibi yako anakuambianga sana. Kama si bibi yako
Finye hiyo kitu.
So without such covers na unasikia unasemanga hii kama si maombi ya mama yangu.
A lot.
You get? So without such covers there are some things tunaona zikitu happen sisi wenyewe. Live. But sasa kuna hizo a prayer maybe you made today morning without knowing and all that. So curses do exist. Witchcraft exists. All those things. Because mimi usema kama miracle, kama una believe God, Satan yuko.
Yuko. World is working in pairs. Male, female.
Kama una believe in God, Satan yuko. Na kama una believe kuna miracles, pia kuna uchawi. Zina exist both sides. Na ndio kusoma Bible. There's a time Peter alikuwa na perform miracles. And then kuna msaya kuja akamwambiaje? So ni hizi miracles zake. Kwa sababu pia alikuwa anapiga zake. Lakini zake ziko kutokana nguvu ya gizani.
Ziko nini sana.
You understand? So pia nguvu ya gizani mbona ndo nguvu? Mbona ndo nguvu ya gizani?
Nguvu za
iko na power. Iko na power.
Zimeshinda Illuminati.
So you see, because there's power in it. Yes, it's only that now as we serve a greater God who serves with more power and bigger power. Ulikuwa unasoma verses.
The verses.
Mimi nakumbuka that is kwangu nakumbuka vizuri kabisa ni ya Noah. Akikaswa watoi wake. Yes. Na hata yake ilikuwa more of ungejudge na macho ya leo useme asi alikuwa mlevi. Ungesema parent mlevi. But in real sense it doesn't matter
your father and your mother they have authority and power over you. They can speak life and they can speak death, because even us sisi wenyewe, do you know you can even curse yourself? Because Bible says
words.
Words have power.
Yes, Bible says the power of the tongue. The tongue has power.
Very powerful. No, that's true.
Indonga the power of the tongue. Ukispeak kitu ina happen.
Yeah.
Because even the world was created out of the word. Ali speak, it can happen. Yeah. So what you speak can even happen to yourself.
Yeah.
Mkosho tunataka kusema mimi ama someza mafans. Mimi nakwambia hiyo inashika wewe. Hii nakwambia.
Sema kama
naangalia hapo nani one.
Sema kama hii ni mwete. Hii ni mwete. Tunajiongelea vitu zetu.
Hii ni mwete.
Sasa Bible verse.
Kama mbili tatu hizo. Ila
mbili tu zinaongelea about
parents curse.
Ndio watu waseme si hata waomba Biblia.
Hii wako na yao.
Mbona sioni hiyo ya Noah?
Ya Noah itakosaje?
Na ile ule wa kipara
ziko mingi. Aya. Acha nikufungulie. Ya Noah enda usome
in Genesis.
In Genesis
9:20.
Hebu soma. Ni 9:20 ama
9:20 ya hii ya Noah nini?
9:20.
Tumesema ni?
Genesis
9:20. Paparara.
Genesis 9:20.
Umeipata? Sini Genesis 9:20. Na hizo mato jile Noah and Canaan following Noah's intoxication alikuwa mlevi, that is his son Ham acted disrespectfully.
Yes.
Leading to a curse placed on Ham's son.
Yes.
Canaan.
Yes.
Oh.
Alimpiga moja smart.
So Ham ndo alikuwa na makosa and then the father cursed.
Because unajua mtu akishakasi paka anaweza kasi paka I can curse paka your generation
yako that's true. Anaweza curse mpaka generation yako.
Umeelewa? And it's very important because hata jana nakumbuka kwa hiyo video kuna comment moja ilisema, by the time a man realized his father was right, he has a son to think he is wrong.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's still almost like a generational curse.
Umeelewa?
Inavukanga hivyo.
So mtu akaambia huyo jamaa saa hii ni easy sana kujudge budako. Because you're not a parent. But the day you'll become a parent and then you hear your kids speaking in the same manner,
itakuhit.
You realize I was wrong
to speak like that.
Na inaendanga hivyo.
Oh, so that's what people call generational curses.
Yep.
But those are things. Yeah, but also generational curses can be like trauma passed down. Like maybe budako alikuwa anakupiga sana and then now you pass the same to your kid and then your kid passes the same, or even hata kitu kama I think alcoholism. That's
of course.
Still a generational curse. Yeah, and then
mimi nishaona msee kwa familia yao, every time one of their great grandfathers alikuwa mlevi sana, so every time anyone in that family akinamia tu jina huo mzee, they become alcoholic.
Exactly, tabia kila kitu.
What?
Na macho yangu hivi
mimi si hata kuna mwenye anajua the exact na wana kuwa hata mabibi wawili hivyo inakuwa
and the guy died.
Copy paste.
And the guy died out of alcoholism and he was
copy paste.
Oh no.
Na alikuwa anatuambia kila siku me I think pombe yangu inatokea tu because nilinemiwa jina ule na kwa makazi zake wote. Unaelewa? Makazi zake wote ni kama msanii aitwa Mwaura akwambie sisi wote nyote tunaitwa Mwas kwa hii family ni walevi. Ukienda kuangalia wote ni walevi. So that's a curse that you need to put an end. Either ufanye kitu more spiritual ama useme tu misa name mtoto wangu
Mwas.
You have to be intentional.
So that's a generation curse. Na inaendeleanga.
So haikuangi hata mental. Tuseme the first 3 people wenye wamefuatana wameitwa mwas ni walevi. So wewe juu umeitwa mwas, you find yourself being alcoholic just because you believed that as long as uko kwa hii familia na unaitwa mwas utakuwa mlevi. So you just find yourself being an alcoholic. It's not like that.
No, it's not like that. Let me tell you something. Sometimes the things we call psychology, we call mental, we call all these things, we put a brand to it. Mimi ukiniuliza, I just feel like they are spiritual. If you ask me.
So you mean like it's
You're just branding
deeper.
them.
It's deeper. Because, you see, in this world, no spirit is allowed on earth without flesh. So every spirit must have a vessel, and the vessel is flesh. That's why zile demons Christ alizicast out from that person, that mad person. Ziliomba Christ tutupe kwa zile pig. Because you must be sent somewhere. You get? So by the time you see things happening in the spirit, in the physical world, just know in the spiritual world, so much has happened. Twende kwa comments. Time ndio hiyo.
Hata naona ni 117.
Wewe endelea. Wewe usikue na wasiwasi. Usikue na wasiwasi.
Tunasoma
tuwasalimie, tuanze wapi yaki tukiwa appreciate.
hiyo ya kwanza kabisa.
Anza na YouTube
Hii video ya nini, si ndio?
Soma tu.
So kuna Gigi Fashions anasema Big Ted is just good vibes. Hii ni ile video ya Big Ted.
Okay.
Episode.
He's just good vibes. We thank God for his journey and his gratitude to God's grace. It's a blessing to have him and to listen to him. Keep up the good work, Jimu and Daddy Owen. That's Gigi Fashions, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kumaanisha hiyo, that particular episode did touch people. Someone even says, this show is lit. I've subscribed with both of my Google accounts. Much love from Georgia, Atlanta, I think.
Alara, Georgia.
Unajua Georgia inaweza kwa aina tatu. Kuna Georgia, Atlanta, na kuna Georgia, a country in Europe. It's called Georgia. Na kuna Georgia in Nyeri.
Tunataka ile moja.
Ako Nyeri.
Uko Nyeri.
Ando nani?
Anaitwa Tina.
Tina tutatuambia ni Georgia gani?
Please.
Sawa, endelea.
Niko fikira mwa anasoma.
Endelea.
Mimi unaweza soma kadhaa alafu nitatafuta episode nyingine. Mimi naweza angalia ile Fallen Soldiers.
But then mora utasema Fallen Soldiers apatia sana hiyo. Endelea.
Bado ni about Big Ted. Mtu anasema this one is one of the most wholesome interviews in books. The man is truly graced and blessed.
Oh, nice. Watu wengi walipenda hiyo episode,
Yeah. Bado ni ya Big Ted.
Moraya?
Fallen Soldiers tulikuwa tunakumbuka wale walituacha. You remember we were talking about akina Kabere, all those guys, we named them and then people were saying like Kabere naona mtu alisema we were raised with your music, your shows. Alafu akasema Mo and Daddy Owen, thank you for reading my comment. Read my comment. Na sasa mtupatie ka chance wale mafans mtulete kwa show.
Oh, nice.
Siku moja tutafanya hiyo, si ndio?
Fans kwa show.
So mwingine anaitwa Shama anasema I like the conversation, blessed memories, not what it's not what we take but what we live when we go. I declare long life upon us in Jesus name. Alafu kuna Jesse anasema tulisoma comment tukaruka yake. Unaweza ruka comment yangu kweli like that. It was so bad.
Hebu isome bana ya leo. Soma ya leo tusiruke bana akasirike bana.
Anasema Mo and Owen, please bring Pastor Isaj John who was in the accident with Angela Chibalonza. We had said some letter.
Nice. Muulize kama kuna muulize tu kama kuna contacts atupee.
By the way,
inbox us the contact and then from there we'll start the conversation.
So I think zingine ilikuwa good amazing content. Mandazi imeongelelewa sana.
Mandazi ni main character.
Mandazi character hapa bana itoki hapa.
So haya akasema na kuna Big Caesar ako huko behind the scene. Hebu hapo tokea tumuone. I think ni ile alikuwa tunasoma comments huko. So that was it. Na kuna mob sana. So keep subscribing pale kwa Daddy and Mo. Kuna comments mingi sana pale manze. So you have another episode?
Kuna mwenye amekubig up hapa ama sijika ni kukubig up. Anasema kuna time nilikuwa nimehepa home 2010 nikaenda Anniversary Towers kutafuta DJ Mo juu nilikuwa nataka kuwa msanii.
So tulikuwa ngana kwa office pale Owen.
Nakumbuka
2010 big up. That's
hiyo ni episode gani umesoma Mukami?
Hapa kwa
ni episode?
Hii episode 7.
episode 7 episode 7 ndio tulikuwa tunajibu maswali za tulifanya tribute
hiyo tribute
okay so utafuta zingine za episode 7 wacha niingie TikTok watu wa TikTok wasizushe niko TikTok kwa
tuna TikTok nini
kwa nini yetu kwa page ya Daddy and More inaitwa Daddy X More podcast on TikTok
so
kama wafollow
Instagram by the way
wafollow sahi kama mjafollow ingia TikTok ufollow page yetu uingie Instagram the same thing and then usahau YouTube kusubscribe so wa TikTok wanasema wa kwanza Antowashera anasema can't forget the year was 2014 April huyu anaongelea about hiyo nini ya Kaberere and then kuna mwingine anaitwa Tiriki Queen anasema missing this as I watch his song Kiburi anaongelea about Kaberere anasema Kaberere was such an inspiration Aki may his soul continue resting in peace his song Natamani featuring Eunice is my favorite song my ringtone and my alarm tune huyo anaitwa Tiriki Queen and then kuna mwingine anaitwa Jamil Mikael anasema Kaberere music got me through work in the morning and then kuna Kelvin Almasi anasema ilikuwa Sunday morning nilikuwa form 2 bana sijaisahau hawa na majasini wazee haya kuna mwingine anaitwa Oliver Nganyi Waza anasema I felt like I had lost a brother he was talented sana iliniuma sana by the way hadi leo mi watch ngoma zake hawa bado kwa TikTok kuna mwingine anaitwa Natasha Santa anasema we nilikuwa napenda ngoma za Kaberere sana
Kabs.
Yes next Mukami
bado kwa episode Big Ted alikuwa na episodes 2 so
by the way
kwa ingine kuna mtu anasema I love Big Ted I look up to him a lot keep inspiring generations sir alafu sijui wanasema maybe ile group ya madem alisahau kusema was Loresho Kimeru imenipata Loresho singers
hapo
kuna group mnasemea
I think Ted alikuwa amejaribu kukumbuka the name of
group ya
ladies correct
so tuko Instagram yetu inaitwa Daddy and More right ingia pale ufollow na tuanza kupeana merchandise na manini vitu kali
kwanza ndio hizi soon zinafaa kwa branded hizi zote
mazezi ziko branded tunapatia wase nini I'm glad mnakumbuka machichi alafu kwa hii episode ya kile Kaberere kuna nasema kuna besti yangu anakuanga jama anaitwa Moze anakumbuka kwa gari tulikuwa kale kabukubuku kale kagari Kaberere alikuwa Kaberere alikuwa ametuonyesha tubaika gari kingine kale kanaangushanga milango barabara so ndio mtu anaongelea anasema karibu kila time mkue Kinos akue mwenda zake ndio mlango
nasikia huko tuto wakisema karibu connect wifi ya sasa
that was really fire I see people like Hype God this is from Instagram Daddy and More Hype God big up Lady B na kuona pale MC Pato huyu jamani msimbigi sana ma weddings big up yourself Lulisesi I see you Pikana Rich we see you kwa the same we still following up kuna DJ Moz pia alifollow his story sana ultimate Stormers dancers good job DJ Jijo I see you DJ DK kwenye beat pia naona uliongea pale Ben Saiko
DK kuja ongea mambo ya nini hapa
sio DK next tuambie lini unakam na tunafanya DK na pia kina Willy atuambie nini
DK na Hope Kidawa anakuja pamoja
kwanza kuja pamoja haya kazi kwenu so manze thank you follow the pages manze comments ni mob you can't
kuna comment moja hapa baadaye kwa YouTube kali sana inasema Owen na Mo mnasema mnashanga ni aje Gen Z tunajua muziki zenu personally niko 24 years album za akina Owen hata za akina haijalishi nilikuwa nazo zote na VCD mpaka kina Saluti 2010 nikiwa class 2 Mbona 2012 Vanity 2014 wewe ni Mungu huyu anajua kila kitu nimekuwa great fan na nimegrow kwa your music since nursery
make jina tukileta mafans huyu anafaa kama
huyu anaitwa Brimstone Tundo huyu ni mnoma sana
screenshot
huyu ni mnoma sana
kitu nimenotice from that comment sisi ukifanya hiyo time 2010 ndio ma-CD zilikuwa zinashika
na ma-VCD
ilikuwa in thing ocha kukuwa na VCD cause nakumbuka tulikuwa na VCD na DVD used to be a very big thing so that's why unakuta us walikuwa na connect na hiyo music cause that's the only way unge get music inakuletea home.
Anasema more si ati wewe, anasema yani more, connect more.
Nasema connect more.
Asemi wewe.
Mimi kwa DJ na naimba.
Usifikia na kuitaita.
Mimi ni more. So I think that's all gonna connect home hivyo ndio. Hakukuwa na internet ati mtu aingia YouTube ati nini ati hizo ati sana.
At least kulikuwa na channel.
Channel yes.
Kuna comment nyingine hapa inasema hi Mo na Daddy Owen. Hiyo concert do it na mlipishe. Mimi ile concert tunaongea about. Hapa anasema na ikwe old school music I would definitely show up.
That's what's up.
So, Mukami. Another main reason why we are doing this podcast is because we want to create our own concerts, we want to create our own awards, we want to create our own media, and we want to create our own industry. Okay. So, number one, our biggest plan was to start the podcast. Number two, we want to do an old school concert whereby kutakuwa na old school music performances. And itakuwa very nostalgic.
Very, very.
Brought to you by CH Studios, creating content that connects.